Standings. MLB Power Rankings Week 19. Who's the number 1 team in baseball? Play. MLB Power Rankings. Which team deserves to be crowned No. 1. 321. ESPN. August 8, 2024, 4:30 p.m. There are less than 2 months left in the 2024 MLB season, and not only does it seem as if no team will reach 100 wins on the year, but there is not a single club that's playing .600 baseball at the moment. All the hottest squads going into the All-Star break, the ones that have dominated our top 5 for most of the season, have petered off, making division races closer once again and wild card races even more muddled than they already were. This begs the questions, who is the number 1 team in baseball right now? Or is there even one at all? 4 different clubs received first place votes in our power rankings this week, making for a much tighter battle for the top spot on our list. Who won out? Our expert panel has combined to rank every team based on a combination of what we've seen so far and what we already knew going into the 162-game marathon that is a full baseball season. We also asked ESPN MLB experts David Sheenfield, Bradford Doolittle, Jesse Rogers, Alden Gonzalez and Jorge Castillo to weigh in with an observation for all 30 teams. Week 18, second half preview, preseason rankings. 1. New York Yankees. Record. 68-47. Previous ranking. 4. It turns out that the remedy for the Yankees' alarmingly lengthy slide was a return to where it started, Fenway Park. New York went 10-23 after taking a series opener from the Red Sox in Boston on June 14. 6 weeks later, the Yankees returned to Fenway for a brutal 9-7 loss before consecutive victories to close the series. Since that July 26 defeat, New York is 7-2 with a 3-game series sweep of the Phillies along the way. The Yankees' slump was more than long enough to cause concern in their quest for the American League East title, but the Orioles didn't capitalize, and the Yankees appear to be back on track with a favorable schedule for the remainder of the season. Castillo. 2. Baltimore Orioles. Record. 68-47. Previous ranking. 5. For all the Yankees' summer struggles, the Orioles weren't much better during their rivals' 6-week funk. Baltimore went just 16-18 in that stretch, climbing from 3.5 games behind New York to just 2 games ahead. Sensing the need to improve the roster, General Manager Mike Elias made 7 moves in the final days ahead of the trade deadline. Elias plugged holes, most notably improving the rotation with Zach Eflin and Trevor Rogers, but the club's biggest recent addition might have come from within the organization. Jackson Holliday is back in the majors and he's performing every bit like the sport's top prospect. Castillo. 3. Philadelphia Phillies. Record. 68-46. Previous ranking. 1. Nobody sums up the Phillies' struggles of late. They had lost 6 straight series before taking 2 of 3 against the Dodgers, better than Bryce Harper. He went 2 for 38 over a 9-game stretch, finally breaking out of it with a 3 for 4 game on Sunday in Seattle, including a home run late in the game that blew it open. Trey Turner went 10 for 65 over 15 games, seeing his average drop from .347 to .306. Alec Boehm has 1 home run and 8 RBIs over 27 games. Sheenfield. 4. Cleveland Guardians. Record. 67-47. Previous ranking. 2. An overlooked aspect of Cleveland's success has been the defense, led by the up-the-middle combo of second baseman Andres Jimenez and shortstop Brian Rocchio. Jimenez won the Platinum Glove last season as the best overall defender in the AL, and he could be on his way to another one as he leads all AL defenders with +15 defensive runs saved, DRS. Rocchio leads AL shortstops, and ranks second in MLB, with +10 DRS. Overall, the Guardians lead the majors at +71 DRS. Sheenfield. 6. Milwaukee Brewers. Record. 64-49. Previous ranking. 6. Until further notice, meaning someone challenging them within the National League Central, Milwaukee can start to think about its playoff rotation after Freddie Peralta. Colin Rea has clearly established himself as the number 2, unless newcomer Frankie Montas moves up a notch. Montas was okay in his first start as a Brewer, giving up 9 hits but no walks and just 3 runs over 5 innings. Not great, but he kept his team in the game, which is what Milwaukee is going to need as it hits the postseason. Rookie Tobias Myers is in the mix, 2, pitching well for the first-place Brewers. Outside of Peralta, though, they just don't have the kind of shutdown starters needed for a long playoff run. Righty Aaron Civale isn't the answer in that vein, and Montes might not be either, but both have the know-how and capabilities as back-end guys for the postseason. The Brewers don't have any other great options. Rogers. 7. Minnesota Twins. Record: 63-50. Previous ranking: 8. Minnesota's October aspirations will be determined first and foremost by health. When the club's top hitters are healthy, the Twins boast one of the deepest lineups in baseball. Nobody embodies that identity better than Byron Buxton. The 30-year-old center fielder, who hasn't played more than 92 games in a season since 2017, is slashing .351, .423, .784 in 28 games since June 23. His 1.207 ops in that period ranks behind only Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Aaron Judge across the majors. But Buxton was pulled from the Twins' win Sunday with back stiffness after colliding with the outfield wall and missed the next 2 games. Meanwhile, All-Star shortstop Carlos Correa is on the injured list for the second time this season with plantar fasciitis. On the positive side, Royce Lewis, who has been limited to 35 games this season, is healthy. Castillo. 8. San Diego Padres. Record: 63-52. Previous ranking: 7. The Padres have won 13 of their 16 games since the All-Star break, scoring more than twice as many runs as they've allowed. They thrived while facing a brutal string of opponents in the second half of July and now have a noticeably easy schedule throughout August, which includes 8 series against teams at or below .500. The Padres have put themselves in good standing within the NL wildcard race and are suddenly in position to give the Dodgers a run in the division. San Diego doesn't know when it'll get Fernando Tatis Jr. back, but Joe Musgrove is expected to return to the rotation in Miami this weekend. Gonzalez. 9. Arizona Diamondbacks. Record: 63-52. Previous ranking: 15. The D-backs, like the Padres, have been one of baseball's hottest teams in the second half. And the biggest reason has been their offense, which has posted an .873 ops since then and has scored 5 or more runs in 12 of 17 games. Ketel Marte has continued his incredible season, slashing .328, .397, .791, but Josh Bell, a last-minute acquisition to replace an injured Christian Walker at first base, has provided a major boost, batting .313 with 9 home runs in 16 games. One major negative, though: their star catcher, Gabriel Moreno, is out with a groin injury. Gonzalez. 10. Atlanta Braves. Record: 60-53. Previous ranking: 9. The offensive woes continued with back-to-back shutout losses to the Marlins on Sunday and the Brewers on Tuesday as the Braves recorded just 6 hits each game. Jorge Soler was the big acquisition and he had been hot for the Giants leading up to the trade deadline, but he has hit .154 with 1 RBI and 1 run in his first 6 games for Atlanta. He has been hitting leadoff and playing right field, after not playing the field all season with San Francisco, as the Braves look to get some offense from the leadoff spot, where Jarred Kelenic had struggled.